Hi, guys, and welcome to the week before Thanksgiving, if you can believe that we're already here. Obviously, we are doing Reconstruction, the Civil War and Reconstruction this week, and I am talking about the actual end of slavery and what was an expansion of Black civil rights for about a 12-year period until the end of Reconstruction. So first of all, January 1st, 1863, very important document, the Emancipation Proclamation. Lincoln freed all of the slaves that were in rebellion. He did not free the slaves that were in the border states. However, hundreds of thousands of slaves walked off their plantations into the arms of the waiting Union Army. 200,000 of them joined the Union Army, which they called the Army of Freedom. And of those, 37,000 died. They fought very heroically and actually won the admiration of many of their white soldiers. Above is pictured one of the most famous Black regiments, the 54th Massachusetts, which was portrayed in the movie Glory, and you can see their major battle there that they fought, the storming of Fort Wagner. January 1865, so fast forward 2 years. Lincoln's last months in office before his assassination, he successfully marshals through the 13th Amendment of the Constitution, formally freeing all the slaves. So even before the end of the Civil War, the Constitution of the United States freed all the slaves in the Union, including in the border states. This is portrayed fabulously in a movie called Lincoln, if you ever get a chance. All right, so what did they do? You've now got 4 million freedmen, all right? 3.5 million in the South, 500,000 in the North, and many of them, especially those in the South, are illiterate. They don't have many job skills other than those that trained on plantations, and so they need to do something with this influx of people. So they create the Freedmen's Bureau. First of all, it was mainly to provide food, shelter, and medical aid, which was well needed. But their most successful thing was to give education. Over about a 10-year period, the Freedmen's Bureau taught 200,000 freedmen how to read and write, which was key progress. All right, the South, how do they feel about this? They are not happy. They don't like the Freedmen's Bureau. They don't like losing the Civil War. Southern states immediately, when they regained control, passed black codes. Black codes basically limited the rights of the freedmen. It basically was a new form of slavery. If they were vagrant, they forced them into work contracts. Where did they work? They put them back to work on plantations. This was just a legal form of slavery by another name. And this is going to cause major problems in the North. The question basically became, who even won the Civil War? So the radical Republican Congress fights back, and they passed the Civil Rights Act of 1866. This immediately overturned the black codes and punished the southern states for passing those black codes. However, they realized that if a Democratic president ever got elected, especially from the South, they could overturn the Civil Rights Act. So they looked for a permanent solution, and they passed the 14th and 15th Amendments. The 14th Amendment is called the Civil Rights Amendment. It is the single most important amendment in the Constitution today. It's used in more court cases. Nobody can be discriminated against due to race, religion, sex, creed, or any other reason. And then the 15th Amendment gave all black males, and this is key, black males, the women's rights movement, specifically Elizabeth Cady Stanton, were not happy about this. But black males over the age of 21 were given the right to vote. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments cumulatively are known as the Civil Rights Amendments. This led to the ability in the South, where they had a majority of the population in a number of states, to actually elect for the first time black members of Congress. In the state of South Carolina, the state legislature was actually a majority of black leaders. However, some of the more well-known people here, Hiram Revels is probably the most famous, first black senator elected. And not only that, he took over Jefferson Davis's Senate seat. Jefferson Davis, of course, was the president of the Confederate States of America. So kind of symbolic there. These guys performed well during the time that they were elected. However, by 1880, all black representatives were out of Congress because of the end of Reconstruction, and it won't be again until the 1980s that a Black member of Congress will be elected. And the first female Black senator won't be until the 1990s from the great state of Illinois, Carol Moseley Braun. And the first Black Democratic senator ever elected, as all of the Blacks back then ran as Republicans, was also from the great state of Illinois by the name of Barack Obama, who, of course, will become president of the United States. So that is a short history of Black civil rights during Reconstruction. Thanks, guys.